All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another Monday Evening Mojo. Oh, man. Well, our mission here on the Monday Evening Mojo show is to support the Comeback King Enterprises and the collaborative with Conversations with Jeff, where we amplify the message of seeing the life's comebacks as a lifestyle, right? Where it's built for strength, where it's happening every day. So we have a choice right now to either see it, as I'm saying to you, as a strength, get excited about the comebacks in our lives, right? Understanding that it is not a limitation, it is not a setback, but it's a strength builder, right? It's not something that is a limitation, but opens up the gifts that we all have been given. Oh man, right? Seeing it as a lifestyle, and whether it be in our relationships, whether it's our health or business or reaching out in the community, right? Standing in it. Oh man, looking forward to it, right? That's what I'm talking about. Instead of every time something happens, we all of a sudden become negative. We all of a sudden stop thinking about the possibilities, man. That's what I'm talking about here tonight. So we believe, listen, worldwide movement is necessary, and it simplifies the choices that we make as human beings. When we can start to see, I'm going to keep talking about it, the comebacks as our lifestyle. Right? Well, we get our strength from the comebacks. And it's true. Think about it. I'm not making this stuff up. Think about everything that you've been through that felt like a struggle, felt unbearable, that you didn't think that you could get through, and you got through it. And how did you feel afterwards? Right? The courage, the confidence, the momentum that was gained by getting through those comebacks. And guess what? As soon as you got finished, it was probably something else that came along. That's just how life is. I always say life be lifing, baby. Right? So we either in the wind or we're getting dragged through the wind. Which one is it? Right? I have some notes here I want to make sure that I highlight with you. Thinking into truth. That's right. Because first thing that happens oftentimes, I know for me a lot, before I started to embrace this, the first thing was, oh man, I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong, like it was my fault and all this other stuff, but it really is not. It's just life. And then how we choose to respond to it, right? How we choose to stand in it, lean in it, or lean back and start pointing fingers, starting to blame other people for things that you have a part in, right? So, I mean, there's a whole lot too, but I'm here to just talk about this week, on this Monday Evening Mojo, about take one small step, man. Just take one small step. That's all. In the next direction, in the direction away from the stinking thinking, stepping towards your truth, right? And away from complaining and stepping into, I got this. Right? Greatness comes from one right move, man. Not tomorrow, not next month. You guys see it on there. Not tomorrow, not next month. I'm talking about right now. What is one next right step you can take this week, right? Tomorrow, right now even. I just said, what is that one step that you can take that begins, right? That begins to upset the process that you're in, begins to give you something else that you can see as a different way of living, as a different possibility in your life, right? What is that one step? Whether, again, it's in them relationships, it's either in your business or your job, it's either in your community, your spiritual space, your financial space. What's the one thing? Send that message that you know you've been holding on to. You're afraid because you're not sure if it's going to be accepted or rejected. Send that message. Make that apology if you're too proud to do that, fellas. Hey, I'm talking to you. I always like to drop something into the fellas when we get blocked in our minds behind the pride and ignorance, hiding behind the strength, false strengths, rather than stepping into vulnerability, rather than stepping into, man, some empathy, humility. Yeah, fellas, I'm talking to you, right? Small thing. Write that idea. I mean, it's never, listen, we are never too old to do something different, right? I'm living proof of that, right? I'm telling you, don't let age, don't let money, don't let education, don't let anything stop you that's been stopping you now. What is it, right? Take the walk. You want to exercise, but you haven't got started. There's a series about habits, a great book. I think it's Atomic Habits, where it gives you how you can begin, Your walking process begins way before you walk. And there's some steps you do every day. And all of a sudden you're walking. And now all of a sudden you're running. And then you're in marathons. But it all starts with one small right step. What is yours? Jim Rohn says it best. I want to make sure I get it right. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced. Disciplines practiced every day. A few small disciplines practiced every day. Right? And for me, like I'm doing this thing with no sweets. My wife was doing something for Lent, and she told me, and I didn't really catch on. So she's, she has a little wine every now and then. But she hasn't had any alcohol since that started, and not until it's over. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll pick something. So I picked, cake and cookies. No more cake, no more cookies until then. So for me, what's a small habit change? I'm gonna have a bag of carrots, some celery, something and always have some water. Setting myself up so when those triggers come on, I have some options, right? So what is it for you? I'm just sharing something for me, right? Comeback warriors, kings and queens, understand something powerful. And I know you're all out there. We all comeback kings and queens, I believe, because we've all been through comebacks. We've all made great things happen in our lives at different periods in our lives. We may be struggling right now. We may be full of doubt or however it might be, but we've all done it. But what are you waiting for? Right? What's holding you back? Don't wait too long to start. Because we never know. Right? We never know, man. This other piece is that, momentum. We talk about momentum, but it's not about motivation. Right? Momentum is about movement. It goes all the way back to the very beginning of this message. Take one small step and then take another step and start to stack those steps. Create some new boundaries and protect yourself from yourself if you really wanted to make a difference and change, right? One small step today can change everything for you tomorrow. Because if you don't take the step's being taken for you, right? If you don't make the choice, a choice is being made for you. If you don't make a decision is being made for you. That's all about how life goes. Because life is spinning, baby, and it's moving. And we're either in the race. It's okay to take some time off of the race, right? But moving forward, taking little steps, sometimes standing still, sometimes just standing on your feet, or sometimes even getting up after you've been knocked down, man. Right? So let's work on that get up muscle. Let's work on that muscle that says, I am worthy of success. Nothing will stop me from reaching my destiny if that's what you're chasing. I am worthy of love. So what if I went through a divorce? I am still worthy of love. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about going from heartbreak to healing. Part of Comeback King Enterprises is about relationships. And we talk about divorce and going through divorce and relationships, and both in family and business and spiritually, right? So that's part of what we do. That's part of what we show up in, man. We've been talking about that. One small step. So what step can you take? What step can you, as I wrap this thing up, to wrap this up, Monday Evening Mojo, what's one small step that you can take right now that shifts everything for you? Begins to shift everything for you, because it ain't going to shift overnight. It ain't going to shift just like that. It's going to begin something different, right? Just like I was telling you, because I'm going to have cravings in the morning. I still have some cake to eat, right, before I get it. So it's probably Tuesday afternoon. All my stuff is gone. I'm still, and later that day, I'm going to have a desire for, I love some peanut butter, soft cookies, peanut butter, or chocolate cake, simple guy. Right? Those are my two things. Right? What am I going to do when that desire comes? What are you going to do when you're like, I don't feel like doing that? Feeling is not what's required. Right? It's what it is. Why are we doing what we're doing? Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. So I want to take one small step. So what step do you take right now that shifts everything for you? Right? Tell me what that step is. I told you what mine is in terms of just making sure I get through this whole sweet thing until the end, until Lent, right? So, and I'm going to get there, because it's more than just that. I've got some other things that this is going to jumpstart for me, right? What can jumpstart you to take that next step? Right? And if you're ready to move forward, drop RN. the comment section, man. I'll send you something. I'll send you something, a simple way to make it happen. Right. And if you need some support along the way, I've got my calendar in there to set up a call, and maybe we can do some things kind of more measure over the next 30 days or so. If you're really wanting to take that step, that we can work together on it. Right. Hey, and remember this. Remember what I'm going to hear you. I'm going to tell you this as we close this thing up tonight. I want you to remember this, that comeback is see it as a lifestyle and not a limitation. Nah, man. I know it's not sexy. I know there's a whole lot more going on. Right? We can get scientific around things, but I want you to understand me when I tell you this, that when you can see life and the comebacks that you've been through and how you've gotten through them, and you've grown each time, and you can remember how you felt when you got through that struggle you didn't think you could get through, right? How energized you were, how unstoppable for that moment that you felt. Think about if you did that every day, if your mind shift, right? And that stinking thinking, but they no longer held you back, but it became your truth. Man, I talk about stinking thinking all the time because it's a battle I have to do that. That's what we talk a lot about, the mirror moment, right? That whole piece of time when you're looking in the mirror anymore. I looked in the day I was in the mirror, man, and I was like, oh, there was a lot of energy moving through me, man. What is it for you? Come on, guys. It's about removing the excuses. I'm talking about a worldwide movement, right? Where we see the comeback as a lifestyle of strength and not roadblocks. We see the comeback as, a place of character building where we flip the switch on stinking thinking and find the truth in that, right? And then most importantly, hear me when I say this, most importantly, we go from isolation into a community that looks out for one another, a community that says, hey, we are stronger together than we are apart, a community that says, how may I help you? A community that says, let's be epic on how we treat one another, man. Encourage, praise, inspire, and challenge each one of us. So anyhow, as I wrap this thing up, I just want to say, hey, if you need some more support, man, I've dropped my calendar link in there. I'm scheduling appointments for the second quarter. And most importantly, if you're looking for a community that is about going from heartbreak to healing and creating a safe landing spot, man, I encourage you to look us up. Let's have a conversation in that space. And lastly, I'm always going to tell you this. Let's begin to see the comebacks as a lifestyle and not a limitation. So I challenge you, put an R in the comments if that's you. If you get this message, you get the recording, hey, let's continue this conversation, right? Because I believe in you. And your time is now, right? Let's take that one small step right now. Not tomorrow, not next month, but right now. You deserve it. And I'm going to tell you something. Let's start to embrace your comeback as a lifestyle, a necessary lifestyle, part of life that is designed to make us stronger. Part of life is designed to really bring out our true purpose through the struggle, baby. Come on, man. Okay, I'm out. Have a great time. See you next Monday. We got a lot of stuff going on this week, so stay tuned. Hit me up in the calendar link if you'd like to have a conversation with me, and put R in there so I can send you something. R in the comment section. And let's look in the mirror and watch who's looking back at you. All right. Take care. We'll see you later. Appreciate everybody. Bye-bye.